And welcome back. We are on number 39. Another day for adventure. We just got done fighting some mimics, which are impersonating chests. Mimics are such a classic creature for Dungeons and Dragons. You think they're a chest, and next thing you know, they're trying to eat you, and they eat your weapons and everything else. We're going to go ahead and take a long rest to get ourselves all topped off.
Whatever it takes.
She's a little short on the healing, so no big deal. So let's go ahead and get that started and see if there's any cutscenes, or we'll maybe talk to some people and get up to date on some stuff. And then we'll continue on in the Grimforge.
Voice echoes in your mind.
I sense you, true soul. Come to me. Come too near. The poison spread.
Did you hear that? The poor evil cultist needs our help.
Mir's voice fades, but your head still tingles with his anger and fear.
That's right. We're supposed to go rescue or bring the head of Nier. Depends if we want to be evil or good. A whole bunch of different options there. Novice being mostly good on this episode. He hasn't really turned to the dark side just yet. Hasn't got powerful enough for that.
I should speak up.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
He brought me a gift. All right, what you got there, Scratch?
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
All right. Good boy. Enjoy it while it lasts there, pups. All right. So, what did we get? What did you bring? There's pristine mesh toes sandals. All right. So we're wearing these shoes down here. Look at those. Let's see what these look like. Oh, he brought me my slippers. Outstanding. Well, Nier. That's a guy that the Sovereign wants his head. So we'll have to worry about taking him. So let's get some conversation out of the way. See if there's anything new anyone has to say.
Nasty way to go. Suffocating slowly under a ton of rubble. Not a fate I'd personally relish.
Oh yeah, that's right. The wizard guy is stuck. Wizard storyline. Hey, Gale, I was wondering about that mighty lord you told me about in your story. Karsus, I think?
The very same. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like. To be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel. And with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
Well, praise be that Mistral was reborn as Mistra.
Quite so. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. Try to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
Well, if you ever feel that Netherese magic overtaking you, what are you going to do?
If it should ever come to that, If I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
Okay. More story for him. Astarion.
So, are we saving this Nier from suffocating or leaving him to die? I'm fine with either, naturally. The last thing I want to do is ruin these nails digging through rock.
Probably gonna kill him, but he's a drow. Well, we're busy. We can't stop forever when we meet.
I could not agree more. To hell's with the ball.
Tell me about your history, dude.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
Yeah, I take it he really does not like that. Okay. Enough of that discussion. And Karlak, our barbarian.
We need to get that Nier guy unstuck, or those gnomes are done for. Come on, focus.
Well, after I nap. Lae'zel.
Speak.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. In the Arcane Tower, we found one of those little discs that Yanky you. I found the codex, but I already figured it out before I found that. I already deciphered it. Then I found the codex. Anyway, hey, check this out. What? Tell me about it.
The disc appears in your mind's eye. Lae'zel sees it too, and considers the vision.
Tissue markings. Ancient. I recognize them, but I can't make sense. No. Wait. The texts are enciphered, but I've solved the pattern. It's a story. About Orpheus.
Your head buzzes in concert with Lae'zel's, but it hardly matters. Even without the connection, you'd recognize her discomfort.
Well, I've already read this one, so what do you make of it?
Drivel, all of it. Gith declared Vlaakith queen of the Empire, and her own son defied her. Orpheus would have ceded control to the Geich.
Well, what if it's true? If it's true, it sounds like Vlaakith betrayed Gith and seized the throne for herself.
She did nothing of the sort. Thank your good fortunes I'm a tolerant woman, or I'd have sliced off a few toes for suggesting it.
She's very direct and proud.
If not over, then through.
Hey, Will.
Welcome to the League of the Lone Eye, my friend. Not to minimize the pain of Volo's poking and prodding, but I promise, you'll be used to the prosthesis in no time. Besides, I find it gives one an air of mystique. No one's more intriguing than a man with one eye.
Well, what do you think about the illithid potential of the Dream Visitor spoke of? You know, gaining powers and all that kind of stuff? What do you think?
I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious, but once you take an illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
True.
All right. Anything more we should discuss?
No. And Halson, our druid guy.
Oakfather's blessings to you.
And also to you. You know, so I have to ask, you know, how do you know so much about these parasites?
I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
Well, I know we're all camping down here, but check it out. I found the stronghold in the Underdark you mentioned. It's a place called Grimforge. We're kind of there now.
Impressive. Most would quake at the mere thought of delving that far into the Underdark. What did you find?
Absolute. Okay. I got more exploring to do, that's true. Well, so far, danger. Are you sure this is the best way to Moonrise?
I'm certain. The Underdark is dangerous, yes, but the alternative is suicide. Be patient and be thorough. The path will reveal itself in time. It may prove impossible to avoid the Shadow Curse entirely, but if you find any way to limit your exposure, seize it.
But so why do you want to go to the Moonrise Towers?
Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse, just as you find a cure for your infection.
Sounds like you feel responsible for it.
Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source.
Well, yeah, okay. So do you know how the Shadow Curse can be stopped?
Perhaps. But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
Okay. So is that why you recruited Aridin and you went along with that guy? The guy we found initially at the gate trying to get into the grove because he's being chased by goblins? You thought he might find the route to the Moonrise?
Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceramorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aridin and his band. We didn't even get close.
Yeah, you got you got captured. Well, that's enough of that. And Shadowheart.
That drow, near, is going to be on his last gasp unless someone digs him out. Though not necessarily our concern, of course.
Okay, that's her opinion on the current situation. So, let's change that. There we go. Doing okay. And wait, we're gonna have to use some of these barrels here soon. All right. Let's. Don't need to talk to you. If I want to respec, sure. All right. Let's go to take a sleep. 53. Once again, it screws things up. Why is it overindulging? There, close enough. Alright, get prepped for the day, folks. Big day ahead. Get your mage armor going. Off of the scroll, that works. Get your speak with animals going. Just keep brewing those.
My faith protects me.
You can ritual. She can ritual cast that. Has that nice little ritual symbol right there. For those following along. So she can ritual a few things. That way it doesn't waste a spell slot. So why not have it?
Still alive.
In the
So
meantime,
that's progress.
let's get out of camp. Alright, that took 15, 16 minutes, whatever. And we are pretty much ready to go. Continuing on our little exploration of Grimforge. Luckily, they think we're part of the absolute true souls, so no one's really attacking us. Actually, I don't want to go that way. Do we have anything to sell? Yeah, we probably do.
The past is nearer than we think. We simply must dig.
Yep, got it.
Let's see what you've got.
Yeah, we just found some mimics, so... Gain psionic weakening and psionic enrichment. Replaces effects from... Okay. Oh, we gotta put that thing together. The icy crystals and staff. We're gonna do that here in a second. These are all stuff that I should be... don't need that. Scroll of evidence, that's fine. Silver necklace. Okay, just get a little bit there. Gotta put that together. Anything else you're gonna get rid of? That's Misty Step, and this is going to give me Ray of Fear, Wounding Ray. That's nice necromancy spells. We will keep the Misty Step on for right now. Yeah, I think that's right. Root Powder Vial. Detect Thoughts, not too worried about that. No one's gonna... That's for like a monk. Okay. Poison resistance, keeping that. That's a nice staff, we're gonna keep that. Befuddle. Affected entity can't control its actions and wanders around without direction. Fungal Bamboozler. Ah, little grenades. Purple dye, who cares? Animal Friendship. Yeah, that's fine. Magic Missile stuff, that's Psychic Spark, so you shoot an additional dart. Lightning Blast. Focus on the electricity in your veins to strengthen your next lightning spell or cantrip. Lightning spell or cantrip. Alright, so the next lightning spell or cantrip deals additional lightning damage to your remaining lightning charges. That's okay, I suppose. Feather Fall Boots, that's good. Spider Step Boots, keeping that. Arcana and Religion, we might need it down the road. Club of Hill Giant Strength, that's if we want to jump farther, we can get our strength up. That's a good staff to have. What do I got on right now? I have... Okay, I got the Mr. Blessing one, so... Let's... that's a good one. We'll cast that before combat, actually. Yeah. Skybreaker, don't need that. No one's going to use that. Searing Smite, but it's just, other than that, it's just a 1d4 hammer. Rubber Summer, well, if we run into something cold, that might be useful, but what am I wearing now? Yeah. Light of Creation, that's from that one construct. It has a chance to stun the wielder, unless it's a construct, so... yeah, that's going to go. Neat, but we're not going to use it. Steelforged Sword. It's a short sword. I think I put that in Nam's possession because he, Astarian's using a different sword. So, doesn't really need this. It's just a +1 enhancement anyway, so that's got to go. And... these aren't taking up any real weight, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Alright. Get some more gold. And then you... Speak with the Dead. Nam's already got that, but you can keep that as an option. Aid is... okay. For going against creatures that poison, she can wear those. Because right now she's doing other stuff. Ring of Jumping. Options. Breastplate +1, but the Dark Justiciar armor is what she's wearing right now. She could switch. That's what she's wearing right now. I mean, this has better AC. It really does. But, whatever. We'll go with play it smart. And Mace +1 versus the Rain Dancer, which is fine. Don't need that. Don't need that. Keep the original stuff. I don't know. A little bit of gold. You don't need, well, that's +1 to stealth, but you already get +1 for stealth, so you don't need this. You're not even proficient with that, but you could give that with, could give that to Karlach, so hide armor's less, +1 initiatives. But we'll get rid of that. Okay. Shoot someone with an arrow, but to cure your target. He's currently got the sickle, which silences on a hit. And this one does a lot more damage when it does hit on the first thing. Okay. Anything else you want to get rid of? No. Ooh, worth a pretty penny. The drow-studded leather was worth $1. Nice. Oh, it's light armor. Interesting. That's okay. We'll take your money. Oh, he's down to 19. So, is there anything we want to buy? This is stuff we've already sold him. Does he have any new spells for Nam? Well, I got Potion of Invisibility we could buy back. Scroll of Fire Shield? Oh, heck yeah. Nam could use that. Protection from energy. Having a spare one of those is actually not bad. Does he have any... this is stuff we sold. Yeah, that's all stuff we sold. Well, this is good. 75, why not? And Dark Vision, Remove Curse. It's good to have. Save a spell slot. That's good to save a spell slot too, but let's not go overboard. Okay. Fine. Then you can get rid of all this other extra stuff. Sorrow, that can actually yank people off a wall, so that's pretty cool. You're already wearing water sparkers, which is good. So you don't really need those. No, let's get rid of those. We're not going to wear them. Striding. This is pretty cool. If she has anything she's concentrating on, she can't be knocked, or she gets momentum from her. But while she's concentrating, also she can't be knocked prone. So if she's walking on grease, well, you can't be knocked prone. That's good for multiple eyes. Yeah, it's versatile. That's a good hammer for being up close with using a shield. So, nice per short rest. Whereas what she's got right now, that'll give fairy fire, so you get advantages. Heavy crossbow versus that versus this. That's got to go. Hand axe, she's not going to use that. Doom hammer, that's two-handed stuff. It's versus insects and small creatures. Keep that. Sword of Justice, it's got that spell you can cast. Doom hammer. It's two-handed, but you do deal 4 damage anyway. That's great against undead. Each strike, if this hammer is what she's going to use against undead, especially skeletons, fills the. It's like a tilt touch, so they won't be able to regain hit points, and they get disadvantage on attack rolls. Plus, you deal 4 no matter what. So that's a great one. So that's got to go. All these got to go, and you're good. 298. See? Quick and simple.
That's all then.
Yep, that's all. Moving on. Get that Tenomicon. Get that Tenomicon. Okay.
Human, certainly. A god, perhaps. Why would gnomes make such a thing?
You're the expert.
All right, well, it's been a half hour. It's going to be a short episode, but I just want to get something I got to do real quick. Anyway, we'll come back and revisit this on episode number 40. But at least we got a lot of, got ourselves all cleaned up, fully rested, and we had some extra story in the dialogue there. It's all great. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining. Like and subscribe and all that. If you do, great. If you don't, well, whatever.
The skeletons, then.
Quiet.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
All right, quiet.
Probably
He's thinking.
inhabited by whoever those skeletons were the others found.
We'll see you in the next one.